We know that it's really important for kiddos to have access to convenient, nutritious, healthy foods that are going to fuel their growth and development all year long.
This is Hourglass, the podcast for United Way of King County in Seattle. Coming up, hear how we spend our time providing free and nutritious meals to kids all summer long. Also, stick around to hear about United Way's new Our Neighbor Fund and our upcoming event with the Seattle Mariners. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for tuning in. This is the time of year when school children enjoy the summer break, and educators wonder whether those kids will forget some of what they learned while school is in session. Educators call this the summer learning loss or the summer slide, and they say that students of all backgrounds can suffer from it, particularly if they don't engage in educational opportunities during the break. And today, there are some who work to combat food insecurity who say that the summer slide may affect students in low-income communities more than their counterparts. The nonprofit organization Feed the Children points to research that shows kids who lack regular access to nutritious meals don't perform as well as students for whom hunger is not an issue. Students on free and reduced meals programs are all but guaranteed to receive healthy meals regularly when school is in session. When the school year ends, however, so does access to healthy meals for many school children. At United Way of King County, we understand that summers can strain families whose kids enjoy free or reduced price meals during the school year. To help ease the burden, United Way leads the statewide Summer Meals Program in partnership with the State Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction to provide free meals to youth 18 years old and younger. Our team of AmeriCorps members, site supervisors, and community volunteers spread out across the county to set up meal sites across schools, parks, and other areas where kids meet. We offer free food and summer activities, all with the intention of saving families a few $100s each month during the summer. We work to ensure kids' access to healthy meals isn't disrupted during the summer, and that can only help to prevent the summer slide. United Way has a dedicated staff that makes sure our summer meals programs occur every year without a hitch. Among those staffers is Madeline Vistica, United Way Food Security Program Manager. Here's what Madeline had to say about the summer program, which aims to serve up to 20,000 kids per day.
We know that it's really important for kiddos to have access to convenient, nutritious, healthy foods that are going to fuel their growth and development all year long. So the free summer meals program operates during the summer months when school is out, and so families lose access to free school meals. So programs launched here in King County most began in late June. And we have sites operating across the county through the summer. Different sites are going to wrap up their service at different times throughout August. So we have our map at freesummermeals.org. There is a map there where you can see all of the sites in the community, the days and times that they operate, and their start and end dates for the program. There are over 100,000 kids that receive free meals every day during the school year in King County. So we know that that's a critical support for low-income families. But when summertime comes along, that can be really stressful. And so we know that food resources are more important than ever during those summer months. And so the free summer meals program is there to help to fill that gap and provide a food resource that's available widely for families during that time that school is out.
Madeline says that menus vary by sites and by days of the week. You'll need to check with each site to see what is offered daily.
One thing, though, that you can't always say is that it always is going to be a healthy, complete, and balanced meal that's in line with appropriate nutritional standards so that kids are getting a complete and quality meal for each time that they visit a site.
And for the young people who want to take part, you do have to show up, correct, in order to receive a meal?
Yes. So kids do have to be on site to receive their meal, but all they need to do is show up during the designated service time, and they're able to access a meal to enjoy. They're at the park, community center, school, or whatever the meal site is. There's no paperwork, there's no verification, there's no identification needed. Kiddos, which is anybody 18 and under, just needs to show up and ask for a meal, and they'll be able to grab one.
So you can actually take the meal and go, or you can just enjoy it right there, correct?
No, unfortunately, you do have to have the meal on site. There were allowances during the pandemic and there were waivers. And unfortunately, in King County, that waiver did go away.
And so, and the times that you've been out there and you've gone from site to site, what are some common sites that you see?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that there's a mix. There's all sorts of families and kiddos and groups that show up. We do have folks that are familiar with the program and know to show up. So we'll have families that will show up excited to have that meal, sit with their kiddo while they eat. And then a lot of times there are different activities that are being offered on site. So families will bring their kids to the park. We do a lot of outreach as well. So meal sites are located at parks where kiddos are coming anyway. And so we will have either families or groups of kids. There's, small daycares or camps that are at parks and aren't familiar with the program. And so there are folks on site who will be able to share information. So we love organically attracting new program participants. But yeah, it's really a mix of groups, childcare groups, families, all sorts of different types of folks showing up to enjoy a meal together with their kids, and across a huge range of ages as well. Like I mentioned, the program is available for anybody 18 and under, so that can include littles. That includes teens. It's always a fun environment with all different types of people at meal site.
On July 12th, United Way took part in the Free Summer Meal Celebration, an event at Seattle's Jefferson Park to close out Summer Meals Week. State officials launched Summer Meals Week to gain more awareness about the program. And the Jefferson Park event featured educational activities, games, and lots of free food. Elsa Young, United Way's Food Security Impact Manager, said that the fun-filled event not only served regular visitors to the park, but programs who provide summer camps there.
We had bouncy houses and a petting zoo and face painting and balloon animals. So all sorts of fun stuff to get kids engaged. And I know that we had tons of kids that were just shrinking and having so much fun running around. And I heard from multiple parents that they were, so grateful to have such a family-friendly event that was offered to the community for free. And I remember one mom at the bouncy house was saying, we have to make sure that we remember this next year, and I'll put it on my calendar. And what weekend is it? We'll definitely come back next year. So I think there was a lot of excitement, and we were able to get the word out about the free summer meals program. We also had different vendors there sharing different resources for families. So we had low-cost internet service program. Seattle Children's was there. We had a booth as United Way sharing about our free tax help program and Sunbucks. So lots of good resources were shared with families, and everyone was able to have a good time.
Madeline says the good time is a godsend for parents. While their children enjoy the fun, the food, and the festivities that make up the Free Summer Meals program, moms and dads also see it as a vital resource to help them make ends meet.
Parents definitely express a lot of sort of gratitude and appreciation for the program. It's a great I hear a lot that it's a great little routine that parents can have with their kids, and also that it really just is something that does ease a little bit of the stress of that summertime when the budget is just slightly further stretched with kids losing access to free meals. And so I think the environment, the program is just something that is a really important and welcomed and sort of needed resource during that summer period in the community.
For more information about the Free Summer Meals program, log on to freesummermeals.org. United Way of King County recently launched the Our Neighbor Fund, a $12.5 million campaign to invest in strategies that keep families fed and housed and help college students stay in school. Our Neighbor Fund will enable us to provide students with free meals when school is out, leverage millions of dollars in rental assistance funding, provide students with emergency grants and housing assistance, and much more. Please help join the movement to make a difference in the lives of our neighbors. To give, log on to uwkc.org/donate. Ready for some baseball? Join us at T-Mobile Park on August the 11th for United Way of King County Day, when the Seattle Mariners take on the New York Mets. During United Way of King County Day, a percentage of each ticket sale is donated back into the community. This summer, we are focused on feeding families and keeping people housed. Hope to see you at the ballpark. For more information, log on to uwkc.org/events. At United Way of King County, we are working side by side with communities to build an equitable future for everyone. Hourglass United Way is a podcast that highlights how we and our partners spend time making a difference in our communities. Our work is made possible by the generous donations from people like you. Please send comments and suggestions about our podcast to hourglassunitedway@gmail.com. To learn more about our work or to support United Way, log on to uwkc.org. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for listening. Until next time.